God damn it. Hi. I've been talking to myself. What's up? God damn it. Why is there a separate go live button? I hate it. God damn. I had so much good things to say, too. Now I'm gonna have to say them all over again. Jesus Christ. Well, hi, good morning. Good PlaMorning. I've actually been streaming for like 20 minutes already. Hi! I even said hi to you already, but I wasn't live! I was saying that, listen, it's so easy to miss because, okay, so here's the really evil thing. When you click start streaming, okay, both the buttons are gray, right? When you click start streaming, it turns blue. And then the other button also turns blue for go live. And then what you're supposed to do is click on go live, and then it turns gray, and that means you're live. That doesn't make any fucking sense. Hi, DN. You were, except I didn't hit go live, so actually you aren't. I forgot to hit go live again. Because it's fucking OBS, man. I think there's actually a setting to just immediately go live when you hit start streaming, and I should turn that on. Can I find that right now on stream? I was supposed to start at 9:45, and then I started my waiting screen there and was like, I have to feed my kitty cat. And then I actually started like 10 minutes later, but then I actually started like 10 minutes after that. I thought there was a way. Okay, I'll figure that out later. I should use my computer magic to automate this going live thing. Honestly, yeah, I could probably just write a script. Yeah. Hee, I'm on time. Yeah, honestly, I was kind of cheating with that because basically I just started my waiting room on time. Like the starting screen. Yeah, that was my first chat when I thought I put up my starting screen and then I went to feed my cat. Anyways, hi. We're finishing the Schwarzette. Did we miss you? Yeah, you missed me complaining about work, so I can complain about work again if you want. Well, not really complain about work, just... Not in, it's the work's fault, but in the, it's... Yeah, it's been very busy this week. Because basically, the nice thing about my work is that our schedules are pretty flexible. Reventing for double the efficiency, yeah. Our hours are pretty flexible, so like, if you have to do something or you have an appointment in the middle of the day or whatever, you can go do it, and it's fine, like, as long as you get your work done. Which is awesome, but it does mean that this past month, with somebody needing their eyeball gone, I've had to take a lot of time to take care of that somebody and take them to places to get their eyeball gone. And then at the same time, I've been the singular tech lead for a project that has like a pretty tight deadline for it. And so, because I've needed to take so much time for a kitty cat, now it's like really tight. So this week's been very busy because kitty cat's been finally mostly okay. But the work. Listen, yeah, at my job, when I click get push, it doesn't say, oh, did you want to really, like, do you want to click another button to also? No, it goes. Swear to God, fucking OBS, man. Also, it doesn't help that I think it especially doesn't help that I start stream like I get out of bed and then I start stream like immediately. I remember the one time, the last karaoke I did, I'd like woken up early, and so I drank all my coffee before stream, and then I was like super hyper, but I also started my stream properly because I'd had all my coffee. It's a charm point, yippee! I'd still rather actually start my stream when I want to, though. But anyways, what we are doing right now, which I think actually I've just finished, is we're building the leg, and I know what pieces the leg needs, so I just cut them all out. These are all the pieces for the leg and the foot, which is kind of crazy when you see them all in a pile. There are so many pieces in this dude's leggies. Okay, we're doing the foot. The foot. So we need these. This. Honestly, the foot is like so much of it. There's so many bits in this dude's foot. This. I think that's it. They do kind of look like little Legos. Well, it's neat because, like, they've all got these little points where they snap together. So they really are kind of like very customized Legos. But yeah, what else did I talk about when I thought I was streaming? I think it was mostly just work. Oh yeah, and I was very happy because this is what happened to Bionicle. Sad, but acceptable because I like Gunpla. Honestly, this probably is why I like Gunpla so much, because I was totally a Bionicle kid. Fucking love Bionicle. But yeah, I was talking about I'm very happy it's the weekend because work was very busy. And I have to do like a teensy bit of work this weekend. I just want to check on some things before Monday. But for the most part, I get to chill. And I'm being social tomorrow. I'm going over to a friend's place to play D&D, which will be fun. But today, I don't have any obligations. And it's raining, so I don't even have to feel guilty about not going outside. I just get to stay inside, and I get to stream, and I get to build this model, and I get to play Dragon's Dogma 2, and I get to be happy! Yippee! So I'm yeah, it's good. Good Saturday. And I get to cuddle with my kitty cat, because her cone is off now. And she's so happy that her cone is off. And I'm so happy that her cone is off. So yeah, good day. How a Saturday is meant to be. I feel like, you know that video of the little German kid with the Coca-Cola and the Fortnite? I always, when I get to like, chill now, I feel like that kid. When I like sit down on the couch. Actually, yeah, especially this week, because like Thursday was a really stressful day. Like I was doing a ton of shit at work. And I sat down on the couch after work and I had fried dumplings and juice, and I got to watch the new episode of Dungeon Meshi, and I was like, I get to eat the dumplings and watch a Dungeon Meshi, yippee! And it was the exact same feeling. I understand. I understand. It was good. That is one thing, is when the work is hard, it makes not working feel even nicer, at least. That's like the silver lining. When the work is too hard, you're just like exhausted and you can't enjoy anything. But when it's a decent amount of hard, then it's the not working is nice. The moments in life when we feel like a little German kid that are worth absolutely. And yeah, Dragon's Dogma 2, it's the new drama. I want to talk about that, because I have thoughts on it. Firstly, the drama's dumb. The game's really good. Oh, the music really kicked in here. Yeah, I've actually played the game, so I have proper opinions on this. Hello, Theses! Yeah, the game's really good. It honestly, it feels like the devs are making the game that they wanted to make with the first one. Because Dragon's Dogma 1 is like a cult classic, but it's got a lot of problems. And a lot of that is due to just like, they were like very ambitious with it, you know? And this one, there was one other person who did a preview of it that said a similar thing, and I totally agree. It really feels like they were kind of like, okay, this time we're gonna do it right. This time we're really gonna make our Dragon's Dogma. And the most telling thing about that is when you start the game, the title screen does not say Dragon's Dogma 2. It says Dragon's Dogma. But it's really fun. I'm a little ways in. I've been playing with some of the different vocations. They're all really good. The game is very pretty. I have heard that there's a lot of performance issues, which is actually worth criticizing. But I have very beef PC. So it's fine. For me, at least. The fact that it has performance issues does suck, though. That's actually worth complaining about, but people aren't complaining about that. Retconning the first game's existence. Well, it kind of makes sense because the lore of the game is that there's all these like alternate realities that all have a dragon and all have an arisen. Yeah, so the drama is about the microtransaction thing, which is really funny because basically what it is the game has one of those things where they're like, you can get a deluxe edition and it gives you some like free in-game items to get you started. And it's like a camping pack and some wake stones, which you use to like res yourself if you really need a res. And like a fairy stone, which you use for fast travel, because fast travel is limited in these games. And then additionally, you can get like, I think like, hey, we're talking about the drama. Hold on, I need to keep sanding while I talk about the drama. And then additionally, you can get like rift crystals, which are things you can get in-game for like having your pawn do things. And you can use those to get several things, including like a thing to re-edit your character. And so those are things you can get through like DLC stuff. Which Capcom is kind of infamous for, honestly. If any of you played Devil May Cry 5, you could buy red orbs, which is like the currency in the game, on Steam. The thing that's similar with Devil May Cry 5 is you absolutely... Yeah, it's like the paid add-ons in Monster Hunter World. Although Monster Hunter World, you couldn't get a lot of that stuff in-game. Like, you had to buy it. In this, I've gotten all that stuff already. It's not hard to get. It's really easy to get. Like, it's incredibly pointless DLC because you can literally just get all the stuff in-game, like, extremely quickly. Basically, the only advantage it gives you is, like, if you're first starting and you want to get, like, a slight jump. That's pretty much all it gives. So, yeah, I think part of the reason... I think there's two reasons people are, like, really up in arms about it. And one of them is more of, like, a very cynical theory, and one of them's, like, a more fair theory. The game is really good. I'll start with my fair theory. Actually, let's start with my cynical theory first. And then I can end with my fair theory, so I can leave a good taste in everyone's mouths. My cynical theory is that everyone is super online now, and people really, like, want a cause to champion. They want to feel like, oh, I'm fighting for this cause, and I'm making a difference. But there's a bunch of people who have a hard time... No, these are good taste. Shut up! There's a lot of people who don't have been convinced by the internet that caring about the lives of people that aren't you is, like, cringe or woke or something. And so they don't want to champion causes that actually matter. But what they do care about is video games. So what they want to post about 8 hours a day is Dragon's Dogma 2 or localization changes. That's my cynical theory. That's why shit like this blows up all the time. Or VTubers. Because people want to feel like, I'm making the world a better place and I'm championing a cause. But they actually only care about video games. And so they pick up something that someone made a video about. Yeah, it's basically Twitter being Twitter. I think it's also probably a bit worse now that people get paid for engagement on Twitter posts. So kicking the hornet's nest is like, you get money instead of hornets. Well, you get hornets too, but you can just, like, move away from them. Anyways, that's my cynical reason. My less cynical reason is that Capcom's been doing this forever, right? Like, Monster Hunter had this, Devil May Cry had this. Resident Evil 4 Remake actually had this really bad, too. But I think the reason people might be extra mad about this one is that Dragon's Dogma, at its core, is like a really weird game. And part of that weirdness is that it's not a convenient game to play. It's, like, very punishing. It has a lot of weird little quirks, like there not being easy fast travel, only having one save, etc. Stuff like that. And that's all been in there since the first game. And people that aren't familiar with that will see that and see the DLC and think, oh, they made the game hard on purpose so that they could sell you the DLC. Yeah, I think it's difficult in a fair way. I think it's designed well. And I'll talk about that when I'm talking about why I think the game is good. But yeah, I think people would see that and assume, especially if they haven't played the first game or are familiar with the series, that, oh, this was a conscious design choice in order to push people to buy convenience stuff. Which would feel really bad, but isn't the case. What I think is the case is that the devs said, this is the game we want to make, and it's weird and fucked up and hard. And Capcom said, that doesn't sound very profitable. Can we sell people convenience stuff? And they said, yeah, I guess you're our publisher. You get to decide what we do, actually. So Capcom is still being kind of evil here. But also the stuff they're selling is, like, very minor. And the other crazy thing about this stuff they're selling is there's a limit on how much you can buy. Like, they'll only sell you, like, 4 fast travel things, and then they won't sell you anymore. But yeah, and then I think part of it is also there's, like, the DRM, which isn't great, and the performance issues, which aren't great. So those kind of add up and make people more frustrated. But people aren't really complaining about those, which are actually decent things to complain about. They're complaining about the stuff that doesn't matter if you've actually played the game. But the game is really good. It's super fun. I've been playing for a while. I had, on Thursday night when it came out, I had a bunch of work to do still, but a lot of it was just kind of like clicking on something and then waiting for it to like run a bunch of tests and check and make sure it was good and then click on something else. So Thursday night, I was staying up late and doing that and just playing a bunch of Dragon's Dogma 2. And it's super fun. I got to the first big capital city of the first country, and I've been doing quests. I've been trying out the different vocations. The combat is really awesome. It feels like it's pretty fast, but it feels very weighty, which is nice. Just in general, I feel like the game feels kind of weighty. Like it feels, it's very like swords and sorcery, and you're doing things that are very absurd and not possible in real life, but it still feels very grounded somehow. And it's like, you know, you don't just like swing your sword at the goblin and it hits him and he like, wah! But I was playing, wah! That's the sound goblins make. I've been playing a bunch of the thief class, or the vocation, which is like dual daggers and you run around really fast. And you get this move right off the bat, which is awesome, which is like when an enemy is off balance and they're small, you like hold down your heavy attack button and you just pin them down, and then you you stab the shit out of them. And it's really satisfying. Probably this is also like I'm like stressed from work, so just murdering the shit out of goblins made me happy. But yeah, and then it's still got, like, from the first game when you're fighting big monsters, a big thing a lot of classes will do is you gotta, like, climb on them. So, like, when you fight a Cyclops, what you want to do is you, like, jump up, and you stab him in the chest, so you're like clinging on there, and then you either jump up again, or depending on how he's moving, you just climb up slower, and you get up to his face, and you stab him in the eye, and then he falls over. It's awesome. It feels really good. And performance issues aside, which I haven't really been experiencing, but that's because I have a Giga Beast computer. So I do empathize with people that have had performance issues, because I've heard it's not super great on console either. But the game is really beautiful. Which is good, because you are walking a lot. And, or jogging a lot, I guess. And jogging around a lot would definitely be less enjoyable if it wasn't for the fact that there was fun combat around every corner, and there was things to explore around every corner, and it's just really beautiful. Yeah, I can't hear the performance complaints over my LED fans spinning up. But yeah, I do think the like limited fast travel thing is quite interesting. I know they had some interviews early on where they were talking about it, and they said they wanted to make travel meaningful, essentially. So basically what it is there are two types of fast travel. One of which is very cheap, but like very limited, and the other of which is a bit more expensive, but more flexible. And so the first one is there's oxen carts that will travel between kind of important towns. So for example, there is the capital city of Vermund, and then there is a town out in the mountains called Melv, and there is another town out by the border, which is called the Border Outpost Town. Great name. And so there's oxen carts between those three. And oxen carts is basically, you pay the dude like 200 gold, which is basically nothing. Gold is like yen, I guess. It's like $2, basically. And then you get to sit on the cart, and you can doze off and fast travel to the town. But if you want to go somewhere that's not those places, you either have to walk, or several places will have what's called a port crystal at them. And later on in the game, I haven't gotten any yet, but you can get port crystals to place manually, basically wherever you want. And then you can pick them up and move them too. And then you can use an item called a fairy stone to instantaneously go to any port crystal. And fairy stones are a bit more valuable. They are like, you can find them, but they're pretty rare. I found a decent number, actually. I've probably got like 5 stored up, because I'm conservative with using them. And then you can also buy them for like 10,000 gold, which is not cheap, but it's not super expensive. I feel like I usually have like 20,000 gold on me after doing some quests. And then the other form of travel is just walking somewhere, which is honestly is fun, because there's lots of stuff to find out there, and the combat is really fun, and the world is pretty. But yeah, the game's really good. I'm super liking it so far. I will be playing more of it today. I want to fight a drake. I haven't fought one yet. I ran into one on the road, and I was playing sorcerer, and I shot a lightning bolt at it, and it did like no damage, and I was like, I'm gonna run away. And the pawn system is still really fun. Hey, baby. Baby. You leaving your eye alone? Hell yeah, I am. I'm gonna stab the I'm gonna jump on him. I'm gonna cling on to him. I'm gonna stab him. But yeah, the pawn system is still really fun. It's basically, if you're not familiar with it, it's essentially you have your main pawn. He is from Canada, but he's not from my part of Canada. He's from the other side of Canada. He's from Ontario. He's from the east. But yeah, basically the pawn system is... also, I'm sick of seeing that dude in Tekken. It's, essentially, like, right near the start of the game, you make your character, you go through a little tutorial, and then you make your main pawn, who's gonna basically be, like, your buddy, and in your party for the whole game, and you get to totally customize them. And so I made the human version of one of my D&D characters. Because in D&D he's a kobold, but I couldn't make him a kobold in this, so I made his human Sona. His name is Sir Litrax, and he's a little short guy, and he likes to fight. And then basically, them, and then you can also get up to 2 other pawns, so you can have a party of 4, which is recommended, honestly. And then you basically hire other people's pawns. So you'll put your main pawn up and be like, I want you to go do this. And like get experience slaying a cyclops, or get experience camping in this area. And if someone takes you and does this with you, I'll give them this item, or I'll give them this much money. And so then you can hire other people's pawns, and then if you do their little quests they've given them, you can get... I mean, right now people are just giving, like, garbage items for it, but... And then part of the reason for that is when your pawn goes out and does quests or fights monsters with other people, they learn doing that as well as learning doing stuff with you. And so once your pawn has, for instance, say there's like some quest where a lot of times the quests aren't super clear. You know, it'll be like, oh, I heard something about this guy somewhere. Go find him. And maybe it'll give you like a really vague quest marker. But if you have a pawn that's done that quest before, or your pawn has done that quest before in someone else's game, they'll say, oh, I've done this in another world. Here, do you want me to show you where the guy is? And you're like, yes, please, I have no idea where this fucking guy is. And they're like, okay, cool, follow me. And you go and you follow them, and they know where the guy is. Or if they've fought like a whole bunch of cyclopses, they'll be like, oh, I know that I need to stab this guy in the eye, and they'll prioritize doing that more. So they kind of like, they learn and they level up. The best feature they've added in this game over the original, though, is that when you finish a fight, if you're right next to your pawn, they'll stick their hand out and you can fucking give them a little high five. And it kicks ass. After me and Litrax are done massacring some goblins, he's like, good job, Sir Arisen. And I'm like, hell yeah, bro. And I slap his hand. Oh no, is this trying out? There we go. But right now I've been trying out just started trying out the warrior class, which has been interesting because it plays a lot like Greatsword from Monster Hunter. It's like you have a big two-handed sword or hammer, and you charge it up. It even has the shoulder tackle. And you charge up your big sword hits, and you go whoomp. And it's the same satisfying feeling when you're fighting a big monster that's like 4 times bigger than you, and you just hit him in the knees with a big charged up swing, and it knocks him the fuck over. And you're like, hell yeah. But yeah, that's No.A's review. Drama, some of the stuff is warranted, but most of the stuff's kind of dumb. People are farming it for content. Do you also miss a lot? Hell yeah, you do. I was fighting a troll earlier, and those motherfuckers are jumping all over the place, and it's hard. Game good. Also, I feel like the mage class in the Dragon's Dogma games might be my favorite way that mages play in a lot of, like, actionier fantasy games. Because basically, most of your spells take quite a while to cast, like, especially compared to other action games. But then they're big. So it really is like you want your pawns to take the aggro, and then you hang back and you incant. But then when you cast, you do like a giant-ass blizzard. You've told us a billion times, but it's so cool! It's awesome! It's so cool! There's this spell in this one called Free Joel, and you shoot like a big wave of ice spikes, boom, and they boom up and they shoot guys up into the sky. It's so sick. It's so awesome. But yeah, game good. I like. All right, this boops there. And then these are gonna go together like this. Not that way. This way. You RP Donald Duck and you cast Zeta Flare. How's my Donald Duck? My problem is when I actually try to make it intelligible, it gets worse. Donald, if you had a sore throat. It's Dark Donald. It's the version of Donald that's been consumed by the darkness. It's my OC. Which way does this go on again? This way. And look at that! Well, I ranted about Dragon's Dogma, we made a foot! Which is like half the pieces in the leg. Proggers! But yeah, I'm very excited to get back to it. Oh, also, I just did this quest recently that was really funny. So, I found this merchant who you can pay him to make forgeries of any item. Like, any item, but most importantly, quest items. And so, the forgeries won't function like the item, but it will look like the item, like a forgery. And so I had this quest where I entered this town, and this cat person came up to me, and he's like, you have to help me. You have to help me find this orb. And he's like, listen, the truth is, my boss is like super shitty, and I stole it from him, and I was gonna sell it to like get away and start my own life because this dude's gonna fucking kill me. Please, if you find it, give it to me. And I'm like, okay, I'll keep an eye out for it. And then I walked a little bit further in town, and there was this really pissed off looking guy, and he's like, hey, I'm the guy he was talking about. If you find this orb, it's very important to me. I'll give you a good reward for it. The horrible someone so-and-so has gotten away with it. And I'm like, oh, okay, I'll keep an eye out for it. So I found the orb, and then I took it to this guy, and I was like, hey, can you make me a forgery of this? And he was like, yeah, sure. And so I went and I got the forgery of it. So I gave the real one to the cat guy because I felt bad for him. And he was like, oh my god, thank you so much. I'll never forget this. I'm gonna go and live my life now. And he gave me like a little reward. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then I went to the merchant guy who's an asshole, and I gave him the forgery. And I was like, hey bro, I found your orb. And he was like, oh, thank you so much. And he's like, now, trust is important, but I do insist that you come with me to get the authenticity of this checked out. And so he walked me over to the fucking guy that I had make the forgery in the first place. And he was like, excuse me, good sir, could you check the authenticity of this? And he gave it to him, and then he was like, now, don't go anywhere. I have some business to attend to while he checks it. And so he walked away. And then I went up to the forger guy, and I was like, hey, buddy, what if I gave you a little bit of gold? And I slipped some gold into his hands, and he was like, no, what's this all about? I have my honor to obtain. And I'm like, what if I just slipped a little bit more gold into your hands? And he was like, now see here, I have to, if people start saying I'm taking bribes, then I'm like, now I understand. What if I give you just a little bit more gold? And he's like, okay. So then the merchant guy came back, and he was like, yeah, this is totally real. And he was like, oh my god, thanks so much for getting me the real orb. Here's a bunch of money and like a good ring. So I got both the quest rewards. It was awesome. Where did I put my sanding stick? Does forgery have honor? Pick one, old man. I think it's less about honor, and it's more about reputation. If someone comes to you and says, can you check if this is authentic? And you say, oh yeah, it totally is. And then later they find out it's false, then it's like, people aren't going to want to come to you anymore. It's all business, it's all business with this guy. When at first he went to take me to him, I was like, I wonder if this guy's just gonna say it's real because he made it. Like, does he have... Is he gonna hold up? Because I paid him to make it. But then I had to give him more money. But yeah, I'm interested to check out the other country, because there's at least one other country, I think. Batal, and I think it's like more deserty. And they have a different religion there. They don't believe in the Arisen and the pawns and stuff. Or they don't like them. So that'll be different. The original Dragon's Dogma game is pretty interesting because the basic story is very basic, but then like the more in-depth lore that you kind of get into at the end is very, very interesting. And also the dragon's hot. I think I've talked about that before, too, about the dragon being hot. It's mostly his voice. Although, like, he does look cool. It's a cool dragon design, but it's mostly his voice. And also he, like, pulls your heart out, which is kind of sexy. You know, if you're into that. And he eats it, I think. Or he, like, puts it in his heart. I don't remember, actually. Oh, yeah, no, it's absolutely in a monster fucker way. He does not have a human form. He's like he's a really fucking big dragon the whole time. But he can talk and his voice is really hot. And I haven't really seen that much of the dragon in this game, aside from, like, one cutscene, so I can't make a judgment call, but voice still sounds pretty hot. So they're continuing that tradition. I see. Don't judge me. If you'd heard Grigory's voice, you'd understand. Yeah, his name's Grigory. Also, he's cool. He's very supportive of you because he wants you to rise up to the challenge and slay him, which is also kind of hot. Because, okay, feel free to say no, because that's totally valid. But can I spoil the lore of Dragon's Dogma, a, like, 10-year-old game at this point, I think? Because it's cool. And it has to do with the dragon. I've got one, sure. Does it have to do with sexy dragons? It absolutely does. Yeah. Because there's two people listening, I have to be considerate of everybody's voice. Cool. Okay. So... me. So basically, how Dragon's Dogma works is there's all these worlds, all these alternate universes and stuff, right? And kind of like in the center, ruling over everything, is this dude called the Seneschal, who's like kind of like a god, I guess. And basically, there's these dragons, and every world has a dragon. Streamer acknowledges I exist, cries. And the dragon will find one person who it deems like worthy to challenge it and take their heart, and that person becomes the Arisen. And the Arisen can command the pawns, which are like these kind of slightly different types of humans. Anyways. But basically, it's the Arisen's job to slay the dragon. Very typical fantasy thing. You're the chosen one, you have to slay the dragon. But what happens is that when the Arisen, if the Arisen doesn't kill the dragon, then the dragon's like, okay, lol, and then picks another Arisen. But when the Arisen does kill the dragon, the Arisen becomes a new dragon, womp womp, and the cycle continues. So all of the dragons are just former Arisen that managed to kill their dragon. And so that's why the dragon is, like, rooting for you, kind of. Because he's like, damn, I was you once. I was trying to kill... You can do it, buddy! And then I think there's, like, some other kind of thing where, like, the Arisen can also possibly challenge the Seneschal, and then if they kill them, they can, like, become the new Seneschal. I don't know as much about that. But the basic cycle is that you get the Arisen, and then when the Arisen kills the dragon, they become the dragon, and then the dragon makes new Arisen. Perpetual cycle. Yeah! And so, Grigory was a dude who was probably hot as hell, and now he's a dragon that's hot as hell. One of the game's themes ending the cycle? Sort of. Yeah, I think so. It's about, like, breaking a cycle. But also about, like, hey, do you want to play New Game Plus? Why don't you continue the cycle? Him being a dragon now is just a plus for you, I bet. I mean, honestly, yeah, he probably looks cooler now. Yeah, you just accept the cycle and then you New Game Plus. Yeah, because I mean, like, he was probably just like a dude. Like, maybe he was a hot dude, but now he's like a big-ass cool dragon. That's pretty awesome. Also, the dragons in D&D have kind of almost like beak-like faces, which is kind of a cool design decision. They were once human, so fucking on the table again. I mean, just the fact that the dragon can talk and is clearly, like, more intelligent than you, I think already kind of puts it on the table. Yeah! It was never off the table! It's, like, clearly a sentient being here. I'm gonna show you a picture of the dragon, so you can see how absurd I'm being. It's a very big dragon. I must confiscate your Poke license. The Pokemon can't talk, except for Meowth. But Meowth's like baby, kinda, so that also doesn't count. Digimon, on the other hand, I'm gonna stop right there. Down the lows. This is the dragon. That's just Safi Jiva. I mean, honestly, Capcom makes both the games. There's when you gather from like sticks or a bone pile in this game, it looks like Monster Hunter. You do the like, oh shit. Hold on. Why isn't my webcam charging? There we go. You do like the on the little bone pile, and it's a lot like Monster Hunter. Honestly, there's definitely parts of this game that remind me quite a bit of Monster Hunter. Like, Warrior plays like Greatsword. Thief plays a little bit like Dual Blades, honestly. Sword and Shield's very different. Sword and Shield's like a lot more of a classic tank in this game. Handlebars? Yeah, so you can ride him. Like in the sky. So he can, like, fly you around in a non-sexual way. But yeah, Grigory's cool. I hope the I've only talked to the dragon in this game like a teensy bit. Because there's a cutscene where he, like, burns the fuck out of you. It's crazy. And then takes your heart out and makes you the Arisen. And he seems pretty cool, but I hope we get to talk to him more. Is right near the start of the game, you have a flashback where you fought the dragon and you, like, protected this girly from him or whatever, and he breathed fire on you and you tried to block it with a shield, but then she, like, runs over to you after and your dude's face is like charcoal. Like, it's bad. Like, you got burnt the fuck up. But then you get better, I guess. Because of magic. Okay, we can start putting the legs together more now, because I've sanded all the pieces while I've been yapping. Like this. And like this. Boop. And then this bit, which I've also already sanded, is going to click in up here. Like that. Oh, I haven't sanded the next bits I need. But yeah, that's pretty much my recent life. Work, Dragon's Dogma, cat. Oh, also speaking of dragons, Dungeon Meshi's been good as fuck. The last 2 episodes have been really good. I'm so happy we're getting like 24 episodes so we can get into the good shit. I can't wait to see Izutsumi. I can't wait to see the canaries. It's gonna be so cool. I really hope we get to... I don't remember exactly where it is. I think we might get to it. I really hope we get to, like, the Changeling episode, because that is such a fun chapter. The animation they did with Fallon's revival, where like the blood bubbles up and turns into her body, was so fucking goated. Oh my god. It looked really good. Like, they cooked. Also, Laios and Fallon still make me way. They're so cute together. They're so soft. I love when siblings in anime actually love each other as siblings. Which is surprisingly rare. The eternal quest for good sibling depictions in anime. Motherfuckers with no siblings riding all the wind saps. See, that's the thing, is No.A, me, is an only child. And I'm actually quite happy with that. Because I like being alone and not sharing things. So I was more than happy to grow up an only child, but I do like seeing like siblings that care about each other in fiction, or just family that cares about each other, I guess. It makes my heart warm. So now that, oh, I need to sand that a little bit more. But yeah, when I read the manga, the panel where, oh, you have sibling. Matter of perspective. Yeah, I think it's just, I mean, it's something that you basically live most of your life with, right? So most of, if not all, depending on which one you are. My mom has 2 sisters, and she is the oldest, and there's this really funny picture of her. There's this super funny picture of her as a kid, holding her new baby sister, and she looks so pissed off. She's really young. She's like 4 or something in the picture. And she's holding the new baby that just came home, and she looks so mad. Oh, you were the middle one. Yeah, but the panel in the manga and also the scene in the anime that makes me go is when like Laios hugs Fallon and his face is like super serious, and I'm like, my heart. Family were having pictures taken of my little bro when he was a baby. I remember throwing a tantrum. Gotta dip out for now, No.A. See you later. See you later. Thanks for dropping by. But yeah, Dungeon Meshi, good. It's interesting. I remember everything that happens from here because I've read the manga multiple times, but I don't remember the order that it happens. So I still get a little bit surprised each new episode where I'm like, oh, this is happening now. Here's the knee. I really want to get more volumes of the manga, actually, like physically, because I own up to volume 7, I think, so I think that's like half. And I really want to get all of them. Oh, and also I want to replace volume 5 because somebody in this house threw up on it. Lots of Leighton. Ooh, is this Leighton song? This is good. This does sound like a song that would be in that, from what I've seen of it. Okay, so... foot here. Ooh, also, I just got delivered recently. They're always like surprises to me because I pre-order them and then they show up and I'm like, oh, right. I got the 4th omnibus of... How dare you throw up on your manga? Why don't you act like Theses more? Yeah, obviously, yeah, it was me. And Theses was really disappointed in me and she cleaned it up. And she's always cleaning up my throw up. Honestly, I wish I could train her to throw up in her litter box as well. Because she poops and pees in there. Or at least to throw up on the wood floor and not the carpet, because it's easy to clean up off the wood, but not the carpet. Or manga. But yeah, I just got the 4th volume of Yokohama Kaidai Shikiko. It came out, which I'm very happy about. I'm so happy those are finally getting an English release. And is that like not possible? I think it would be hard because I think the thing about cats is like I don't know how much warning they get when they're gonna throw up. Like, as humans, we can kind of tell, like, oh, my tummy's feeling not good. Oh, my tummy's feeling really not good. But I feel like cats, when they throw up, I mostly see them, like, they'll be lying down, and then they'll be like, oh, and then they'll sit up, and then, like, 10 seconds later, they'll throw up. So I don't know if they really have enough warning to, like, go somewhere. But I feel like you could probably train them to do it. I think the thing is it's a lot easier to train them to poop and pee in the litter box. Because cats already like to poop and pee where they can bury it. Like, instinctually, they don't like to leave it out in the open. They want to bury it. And so if you only have one place in the house where it's easy to bury it, it's easy to make them go there because they already want to. But they don't give a shit about where they throw up. So it's harder to train them to do that. Hey, baby. Yeah, I'm talking about you. Hey, don't scratch your eye. It has to heal. Oh, actually, now that you're here, Theses, I have to give you your pill, because you had breakfast. Just a moment. Oh, I can show you how I... This is the thing that I use to give Theses her pills, because she doesn't want to eat them. But basically, this thing is like... You put the pill in the top, and then, boop, it's got a little plunger. So you can aim it... You open their mouths and you aim it in, and then you boop, and it shoots the pill in. Hi, baby. Yeah, we have to give you your pill. Do you want to just eat it? It's chewable. Yummy. No? Okay, we're gonna shoot it in. Yeah, you love pills. Alright, come on, baby. I will be right back. I have to give Kitty pill. I'm back. Honestly, it's so funny because she won't eat the pill herself, and if it's like in her food, she'll eat around it. And when I go to give it to her, she'll like run away. But then once you just like put it in her mouth, she won't spit it out. She'll just eat it. And like she's so dramatic about it. But yeah, I'm so happy. I didn't think Yokohama Kaide Shikiko would ever get an English release. And not only is it finally getting one, but it's really nice. They're doing them in these like big omnibus volumes with large pages, and the color pages have color and they're on like glossy paper, and it's super, super nice. And I think the next one might be the last one. So I'm happy I can own all of it. Girly, don't scratch your eye. Be good, or you're gonna have to wear your cone again. If you understood me when I said that, you'd leave your eye alone. Come here. Yeah, we get to hang out today. Yeah, I think after this leg, all that's really left is the backpack. But I think the backpack on this guy is pretty simple. Because most of the backpack is actually just the sword, like, transforms into the rest of the parts of the backpack. So the part we have to build is really just the part that the sword plugs into. Hi, baby girl. Yes. You're so cute. Girly, don't pull stuff off my desk. You're such a brat again now that you have your cone off. Hi. I love you. Come here. Come here, I'll pet you. I'll pet you. Yes. Yes. Yeah, do you want to hang out with me and play video games later? That sounds fun. That sounds fun. Oh, yeah. Oh, she's such a good girl. Yes. So soft. Hey, why is that scab open again? Eh? Messing with it? I love you. I love you. I got the cutest cat in the world. I do. I do. Honestly, at this point, like, an eye patch would probably work really well to get her to leave it alone, but I don't think she would wear one. I wonder if there are eye patches for cats. Maybe I'll look it up online after this. Because I think she'd look so cool with one, too. But I also suspect that she'd hate it, but there's only one way to find out. Because, like, what if she didn't, though? What if she didn't hate it? And she could wear a cool eye patch? Why haven't you given her an eye patch already? The problem is that I need an eye patch for a kitty. Well, I also don't have an eye patch for a person, so I need an eye patch first. I dropped by to say hi. Hi! We're talking about getting Theses an eye patch. And then I say bye. Bye! Have a good night. You should go to sleep. It's late. I think. I guess it's early for Bun. And DN. Honestly, both of y'all are nocturnal. Give her one. I told No to make her into a pirate. No, she's not gonna be a pirate. She's gonna be a chunibyo. Pirate princess. She's gonna be a chunibyo. She's gonna have a sealed power. That's why they had to take her eye out. It was too strong for her, but the demon's power still lingers. And so she has to seal it behind an eye patch. And Epham wake up tomorrow. Oh my god, Bun actually sleeping. Holy shit. Good for you. Good luck. Oh, kitty lying down on my lap now. Okay, we make the thigh now. This is right. This bit. This bit. Resenting this sleep schedule. 3-day weekend disappeared in a flash. Yeah. That's the problem, is like... especially when you stay up late, and then... you sleep in, and then it's like, oh, the day is gone already. Sleep before stream sometimes anyway. Bye. Go sleep. That's honestly, I mean, like, I have 2 reasons that I stream in the morning a lot. One of which is that most of the people that watch my streams are on the different time zone, so it's nighttime. But also, I like streaming in the mornings because it means I have to get up and do something. Okay, which way does this go? This way. Oh, that's the right leg. We want the left leg. So this goes this way, I think. Yes! Like that. And then we're gonna get the sticker for it. I think this is our last sticker. Where did the sticker sheet go? Not that one. Oh, it's right here. It's like just off camera. This is our last sticker. Which way does it go again? The pink part up top. Of course it's Xenoblade. I was like, oh, what is this song from? It sounds so familiar. Okay, there's that. And now let's see if we can get the clear piece to fit in on this one. you dare. Clear piece. Oh, maybe. Okay, we sanded this one less, and I think it's actually going to stay there. So that means we really do have to fix the other one, because otherwise we're going to be mismatched. Okay, and then this goes up here. Oh, am I moving around too much, Theses? Yes. She's going to go sleep on her bed. Okay. Sorry. Come on. Oh, did we put this upside down? I think we did. Just flip it around now. Oh, we sure did. Okay. There we go. And then this bit on here. And this one back here. Come on. Come on. There we go. Leggy! Leggy 2. 2 leggies! Wow! And now you might be thinking, No.A, we finished. You might be thinking, No.A, we finished the Gundam. Look, it's got 2 legs, it's got 2 arms, it's got a cool sword. Oh no, you would be wrong. He needs a little backpack. Needs his little backpack. So we will make that. The 5 limbs of a Gundam. 2 arms, 2 legs, 1 backpack. Yeah. They all gotta have their little backpack. How are they gonna carry all their school supplies if they don't have a backpack? Boom. Cockpits in the backpack, what's your opinion on that? It's a good idea, honestly. Putting the pilot further away from whatever they're fighting is probably a good call. Most Gundams and like mobile suits have the cockpit in the chest. Which is also good. I feel like a lot of the nightmares are, from what I remember in Code Geass, used in like smaller scale fights. So the backpack probably makes even more sense there because you're more likely to know where all your enemies are and less likely to get shot in the back. But with like larger scale battles in Gundam, I think like chest is good. Yeah, the wheelies are pretty cool. But at that point, it's like Why not just have a car? I mean, there's always the conceit when you have a bipedal robot that, like, why did you make this? And the real answer is that it looks cool. But the wheelies are neat. Maybe they have like little retractable wheelies in their feet. Okay. Backpack time. Yeah, there's a couple mobile suits that have different cockpit placement. Like the No.A has the actual cockpit. And the Sazabi actually does have the pilot in the head. But almost all of them are in the chest. Which is why it's always weird when, like, oh yeah, especially in, like, there was that Gundam Evolution, the, like, Overwatch Gundam game. That game was actually super fun. I'm super sad it's dead now. But it was so funny that it still had headshot multipliers. Like, you got bonus damage for shooting the head, and it's like, the pilot's not up there. It's just cameras. Siegfried? Wasn't that, Wait. I thought Siegfried was... Hold on, I have to look it up. I watched Code Geass so long ago. Oh, this was the orange guy. Man, this thing looks so much like a mobile armor from Gundam. It reminds me a lot of the Apsilus. I still think the mechs are fun. I really liked Callan's mech with the big fuck arm. It very much is Samus coded. I really like when mechs have like asymmetrical arms. I think it looks cool as hell. I just didn't like all of the actual plot and like human drama of Code Geass. But I thought the mechs were cool. I think one of my favorite, like, non-bipedal mecha designs are, like, spider tanks. I think spider tanks are so awesome. Which is funny, because I'm scared of spiders in real life. But spider tanks, so awesome. Like, a tank with 4 or more legs? Sign me the fuck up. So cool. Like the like actual phobia, yeah, not like super extreme. Like I can handle a spider being there, but I do not like them. And I will be very, very uncomfortable if they are on me. I do, yeah, bad. But tanks with multiple legs, so awesome. I really like the Tachikomas in Ghost in the Shell, although they're robots, not tanks. Or not tanks, not mechs. And I don't know, did you ever see Sora no Woto? I think the English name was like Sound of the Sky or something. It's about like a post-apocalypse where this girl joins the military to like play the trumpet. Anyways, there's a spider tank in it and it's super fucking awesome. It's so cool. Oh, you do know it. I assume because you're saying, oh my god. Sora no Otoshimono? I don't think so. I think it's Sora no Oto. Yeah, Sound of the Sky, Sora no Oto. We might be thinking of different shows. Oh yeah, Sora no Otoshimono is a different thing. But Sora no Woto was nice. I think it had kind of some missed potential. Like, the concept was really cool, and they kind of didn't follow through on everything, but it was still comfy. It had, like, a couple little tidbits of world building that were super cool, and then some other parts of it were just like, why aren't you guys exploring this stuff more? It's really neat. Also, their, like, commanding officer in it was really cute. It was an ecchi anime I know about because of another weeb from a different class during 5th grade. Yeah, I've never seen that one. The thing I forget the CO's name in Sora no Oto, but everyone just calls her Military Chihaya because she looks a lot like Chihaya from Idolmaster. And I think she also sings. But yeah, I think I've heard of Otoshimono, but I've never watched it. As you might have guessed from listening to me yap, I'm not a big fan of ecchi stuff. The one, like, I guess it gets qualified as an ecchi show that I actually really like though is Magipoka. Magipoka is so fucking funny. It's insane. I feel like a lot of people just know it because the wolf girl in it is really popular, but the actual show is so funny. It's really good. This song is puzzle theme. Let's find out. Oh no, it's on the loop. I can't figure it out. Let's see if that's in the start though. Oh, I think it's the puzzle theme from Unwound Future. Yeah, from Unwound Future. Close. Magipoka. Yeah, I think it's like lyrical magical polka or something, but everyone just calls it Magic Polka. It's the one that like tanned blonde wolf girl is from, and I think she's like vastly more popular than the actual show. But the actual show is really funny. It works because it's basically just about how have you seen it? It's good. I like it because it's basically just about how all the girls in it are dumb as hell. Like, there's the episode where they see the mailman delivering mail, and they're like, that looks so fun, I also want to get mail. So they start building mailboxes, but no one sends them anything, so they're not getting anything. And they cook up increasingly elaborate schemes to try and get him to deliver mail to them. And then the punchline at the end of the episode is just like, one of the other girls like gets a delivery from Amazon or something. It's really fun. There's an episode where one of the girls dies, like for real, and she goes to hell, but then they kick her out because she's really annoying, and she comes back to life. It's funny. I like it. And there's a robot girl, and she's cute. So that also helps. Yeah, it's not. It does look like a KyoAni show, doesn't it? But it's not. It's a trick. Done sanding. Oh yeah, I just saw that they're doing a third season of Hibike Euphonium. That'll be good. I'm looking forward to that. Honestly, I'm like super mixed on KyoAni shows. I feel like whenever KyoAni does a show, I either like it quite a bit or really bounce off of it. But I liked Hibike. I think the problem is that most of the time they're adapting other stuff, and some of the stuff they're adapting I like, and some of the stuff they're adapting I don't. Like, it's not really the animation studio's fault. The stuff they make always looks amazing, but just sometimes the stories they're adapting I don't like. But I like Hibike Euphonium. Probably because I was a band kid. So I relate to that. Because I played trumpet. It's funny you bring up Kyokai no Kanata, because that's one of the ones I really didn't like. I think part of the reason I didn't like Kyokai no Kanata too, the story is, it really is. That's why I didn't like it. And it's also, the abbreviation is KNK, which is also the abbreviation for Kara no Kyokai, which I love to death. And so people would be like, oh yeah, have you seen K&K? And I'm like, yeah, I love it. It's so good. And they're like, yeah, Kyokai no Kanata. And I'm like, no, that's the wrong one. I want to talk about Kara no Kyokai. But it was very pretty. And the main girl was cute. But just like, yeah. I think part of the reason I get like more upset with KyoAni shows when I don't like the story as well is that they always look amazing, because KyoAni is like a super talented company. And so the show always looks super good, but then if the story's bad, I'm like, man, all this talent is being wasted. Y'all could be making something good that looked this nice, but no. Alright, we have all the backpack pieces sanded. So now we put them together. Yeah, Nichijou! I always forget that Nichijou is a KyoAni show, because it doesn't look like a KyoAni show. I love Nichijou. I think most people love Nichijou, though. I don't think I've ever talked to someone who's like, I fucking hate Nichijou. Yeah, so anytime you watch a KyoAni show and you're like, man, this isn't that good, in the back of your mind, you're like, this could have been Nichijou Season 2. But yeah, I like Nichijou. I like Hibike. I like Hyoka. I'm trying to think, what other KyoAni shows do I like? I still haven't seen Violet Evergarden. Which I probably should at some point, because I feel like I'd like it. Oh, right. I totally forgot that they did Haruhi. I've heard good things about Tamako Market, but I've also never watched it. Oh, I liked Full Metal Panic. Wow, that was so long ago that I watched that. I think that's about it. Yeah. Oh, Nichijou's so good. Nichijou's so awesome. It's so funny. And the animation is so good, and it has a robot girl. Like, what's not to like? It's so good. Okay, how did these go together? Which one is that supposed to face? Down? Really? Oh, because it turns around, I guess. Okay. But yeah, it is surprising there's not more people being like, I react to the funniest Nichijou scenes. Because that feels like it would be pretty easy. It's very reactable. And they wouldn't even have to pretend to laugh. They'd actually laugh, because it's really funny. All right, do a little panel lining in here. Do a little panel lining in here. This goes on like this. And then these go on the sides like this. Wait, no, other way. Haha, so silly. Oh wait, panel line. Gray there, and then just put a little black in down here. Oops, didn't give it enough time to dry. There we go. And these go on the sides like this. And we've got a backpack. Pretty cool. Nice little thrusters there. And now we are almost complete, but we are going to transform the sword. Where's the little pegs we need? I think we need to clip some out still. Yes. We are going to transform the sword into its unfolded backpack form, because I think that's the coolest way it looks. So essentially, how this sword is supposed to function in the anime... Actually, I don't know. Maybe you've seen it. I don't know if you've seen Wish from Mercury or not. But I will streamer-splain it anyways. It's basically a bunch of, like, flying, remote-controlled bits that can shoot lasers. And so it comes apart, and when it's together like this, they can all shoot the lasers at the same time. So it's like, wah, a big laser. It's actually more like a gun than a sword. And then it comes apart and they all fly around and they... They're funnels. Or actually, I don't think they call them funnels in Witch from Mercury. I think they call them bits. Okay. There's the little pegs. Okay. Drink the last of my coffee. Now it's time to transform the sword. Oh, actually, I want to cut this bit out first. The last piece. Man, free run Fridays are over now. I do hope we get another season of that. I really want to see Mocked. I want to see El Dorado arc animated. It's so good. I feel like the mangaka was kind of getting their feet under them, doing a longer arc with the first class mage exam, which is why it feels kind of awkward and like out of nowhere. But the next big arc, which is El Dorado, kind of fucking slaps. So I really hope it gets animated, because it's kind of awesome, actually. I'm actually not up to date on the free run manga either. I should start reading that again. Okay, we've got all the bits now. Let's transform the sword. So these come off. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, so the two small ones go. Long pieces. Oh, other way, I think. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, no, it is these ones. Like this. And like this. Ah! I drop it. Because those are that, and then... Oh, we only needed one of those ones. And this goes up like this. Wait, do we even use G here? Oh, no, we don't. Oh, oops. Oopsie poopsie. And this unfold... Oh! My webcam is dying again. This unfolds like this and clips down. And then the backpack bit churns. The backpack bit churns. Come on. You're supposed to churn. There we go. Come on. No, it's probably easier once I put this in, actually. Where does open hand go? And then this sword that we pulled out of the scabbard. Oh my god, it's a laser blade. So cool. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Yippee! We finished this Schwarzette! We did it! That looks pretty cool. I really love the stickers on this kit. They're so good. Like, a lot of times when there's stickers in a Gunpla, you're kind of like, ugh, I'm gonna have to paint these instead. But these actually look really nice. I think... basically, I like foil stickers that have like a very specific place to be. And I don't like stickers where it's just, this piece is supposed to be a different color, so put this sticker on it. But there we go! We have finished the Schwarzette. It's all done. It's got a backpack. It's got all 5 Gundam limbs. It's got a backpack. It's got 2 arms. It's got 2 legs. It's looking pretty cool. Yeah, so I think I'll finish up for now today, but thanks for hanging out and listening to me yap. And I'm gonna go get food, and I'm gonna probably go play Dragon's Dogma. But yeah, next week I think is gonna be pretty busy for me work-wise again. So I don't know if I'll do a schedule or not. Probably not, honestly. But I really want to play more Crosscode. Have a nice day, Theses, and No.A too, I guess. I'll do my best. And you too, Theses. She looked over here, she heard. But yeah, have a nice day, or have a nice night, or morning, or whatever, as well. And I will see you later. I really want to play more Crosscode, so hopefully I'll have time next week to stream. But if not, I'll see you like a week from now on the weekend again. But for now, bye!